Hello everyone, welcome to Gate Academy Global. So before starting today's session, I'm going to have the input as well as the concurrence from each one of you regarding the quality of video as well as audio. If each and everything is being just perfect, just write perfect over the live chat and then we are going to start the today's lecture. As you guys must be aware that day before yesterday we had started a live series over the engineering mathematics on our Gate Academy Global. As the videos are supposed to come on Gate Academy Global, that means my mode of communication is going to be precisely in English. What are the different branches we are going to cater over here? Almost all branches which had been connected to the gate, which includes electrical, electronics, instrumentation, computer science, information technology, mechanical, civil, chemical, even few of the non-technical branch as well, like agriculture and all. Yes. What about the timing? Precisely at 7:30 we get live, as we had done it today, and probably 1 hour we used to spend together. What are the different topics we are going to study? Probability, I'm going to finish at any cost. Probably 30 to 40 hours we are going to spend over the probability itself. Once we are done with the probability, we will move forward with few number of important calculus related topics and we will move forward. But still I would request to each one of you, try to maintain the population, try to maintain the consistency in class such that I may also be covering the complete mathematics, but that solely depends on the population which we get in live classes. Siu Tyagi, thanks dear. Subham Anand, perfect. Gautam, yeah, fine. So let me straight away hop into the questions which we were taking in the last class. In day before yesterday, we had started a subtopic within the probability, and that had been the permutation and combination. The combination is being written as a NCR, and similarly the permutation is being written as a NPR, where the NCR is being referred as n factorial divided by r factorial into of n minus of r factorial, where the NPR is being written as n factorial divided by of n minus of r factorial. Actually, permutation and combination talks about the number of ways the selection or collection can be made. In case of combination, the order do not make any sense. In case of permutation, the order do also make sense. When the combination and when the permutation to be used, we have already discussed in the last two number of classes. Whenever you had been dealing with the digits, by arranging the digits, you had been making the different numbers. So what had been happening over there? As the digit location would be swapped, they are going to frame a new number. So obviously, so here the order do also make sense. Similarly, you had been forming the word by selecting the different alphabets and their location. Definitely there also the permutation do come into the picture. But if you take an example, out of 15 number of players, final 11 players is to be selected. Let's take out of 7 number of balls, the 3 balls are to be selected. Let's take out of 7 number of bananas, 2 number of bananas are to be selected. There the order do not come into the picture. Wherever the order do come into the picture, by default the problem goes towards permutation side, and whenever there had not been any concept of order, only and only selection, collection or withdrawal had been my prime focus, I would be selecting the concept of combination. Yes. So let me take few number of questions which we have taken in the last class. For the each question, almost 1 minute would be allocated to each one of you. Within 1 minute, you guys had to supply the answer over the live chat, and then we are going to have a surgery of each and individual question. Let me take the next question. This question is already been taken in the last class, but we can have a short trick for this question as well. So read the problem carefully and tell me what could have been the best most answer for this given question. What could have been the answer for this given question? And your time starts now. I would request to each one of you have the calculator in front of you, so that whenever the question do come into the picture, you must use your calculator and must be able to give the answer into the prompts form. Tell me what would be the best most answer over here. The problem says in a group of 6 boys and 4 girls, 4 children are to be selected. In how many different ways can they be selected such that at least one boy should be there? Read the problem carefully and tell me what could have been the best most answer over here. Read the problem carefully and tell me what could have been the best most answer. Your time is up. Let me focus over the problem now. In this problem, it had been clearly given. You had total 10 number of children, which includes 6 number of boys, and similarly 4 number of girls. And you are going to select 4 number of children out of this pool of 10 children. The selection is going to made of 4 children. But along with this selection, one point is also being supplied along with this problem, that at least one child must be a boy child. At least one boy. So as I have said, whenever you had the problem related to the permutation and combination, you should have a clear-cut idea whether the problem belongs from the category of permutation or combination. As far as this problem is being concerned, we had the bunch of 10 items, and out of 10 items, I had been selecting 4 items. So obviously, nowhere the order had come into the picture. This has been a problem of combination. So wherever the permutation and combination is to be used, obviously here, I would be using the combination only. And one additional restriction is also being supplied along with this problem, that at least one boy should always be the part of this selection of 4. So what are the different constraints we can have? We can have the first constraint, that out of how many boys we had? Out of 6 boys, we had selected 1 boy, and what I am saying, over the period of time, you should also increase your speed. At very initial stages, we were writing the complete sentences. The multiplication and is being changed to the multiplication, or is being changed to the addition. But slowly and sluggishly, you had to improve your speed as well as accuracy. So rather writing the complete sentence straight away, I am taking its mathematics. So what had been happening? It had been clearly said, out of 10 number of people, or out of 6 number of boys and 4 number of girls, we had to finalize the 4 number of selection. And one constraint, it's been clearly given that out of 4 selection, 1 boy should always be there. So what I had done, I had selected 1 boy, so remaining 3 children has to come from the pool of girls. So it's simply gonna be 4C1, or would be replaced with plus. Similarly, I can have the another situation where the 2 boys are being selected and rest are being girl. 3 boys are being selected and rest are being girl. All 4 boys are being selected and there had not been any girl at all. And the result which we had got it over here has been 2 out of 9. But the calculation part is bit difficult, because the 4 different terminologies we had over this equation, and not only that, even performing 6C1, 4C1, 6C2, 46C2, it would take plenty amount of time. So what could have been my alternate method? My alternate method must have been, see, how many total different ways the 4 children could have been selected out of 6 boys and 4 girls. So total number of boys and girls together are being 10. How many boys and girls together we are going to select? It's been 10C4. So in totality, how many different ways the 4 item or 4 children could have been selected from the pool of 10? That must have been 10C4. But I want at least 1 boy to be selected from the pool of 6. So what we could have done, this has been the total way. Out of 10, the 4 people could have been selected. If we had taken a situation where all of the selected pearls are being girls, so that is been, what had been that? It's been 4C4. And once we'll subtract them together, obviously the result which is supposed to come is been the result where at least 1 boy would be the part of the team. Agreed? How many total different ways the 4 items could have been selected out of 10 of items? Obviously, it's going to be 10C4. But I want the situation where at least 1 boy must have been picked out. So what I did, I had subtracted with the situation where all of the 4 selections are being made from the girl side. So obviously, their subtraction would lead the possibility where at least 1 boy would be the part of the selection. May I know how much result we had been getting? Either you use this methodology, whether we had been getting the same answer or not. Let me check it down. So it's going to be 10C4 minus of 4C4. 4C4. Again, it's been 209. 209. Even we know 4C4 or NCN stands for 1. So just focus over the 4C4, that's been 210 minus of 1. The result is been 209. So this is been the answer, and that is what I am saying. Over the period of time, you also had to improve your accuracy as well as the speed. That is why rather writing it the complete sentence straight away, we had used the mathematical formula, and at the same time we had also talked about its alternative method. Alternative method. Yes. Okay then. In the same sequence, I think we should also be moving forward into the next question. Into the next question. Here comes the next question. So this has been the 10th question. One of the simple problem. The problem states, in how many ways a committee consisting of 5 men and 6 women can be formed from 8 men and 10 women. Within 1 minute, you guys had to give the proper most answer for this given question, and your time starts now. Total 8 number of mains we had and 10 number of women we had, and out of them 5 men and 6 women is to be selected, or I can say the 11 items are to be selected. 5 has to come from the pool of men and 6 has to come from the pool of women. Tell me what would be the best most answer over here. Tell me what would be the answer over here. First and foremost important point, whether the problem is being based on the concept of permutation and combination, merely selection is been my prime criteria. Obviously this is been a problem of combination, no ordering is been involved. Combination. As per the problem, you have to select 5 men out of 8 men. 5 men out of 8 men and 6 women out of 10 women. 6 women out of 10 women. How many ways the 5 men can be selected from the bunch of 8? That is being simply equals to of 8C5. Wherever the n do come into the picture, I had seen the multiplication takes place. How many ways the 6 women can be selected out of bunch of 10 women? It's been simply equals to of 10C6. So whatever the result at C5 leads, whatever the result 10C6 leads, we just had to multiply them together. It's going to be 8C5 getting multiplied with 10C6. It's been a very straight question, and the answer which we are supposed to get, it's been simply equals to of 11760. This has been the answer over there. This has been the answer over there. Is that part clear to all of us? In the same sequence, let me focus over the next question as well. Here comes the next question. So far, the different kinds of the problem which I was taking, basically they were based on formation of committee. Few number of children were there, among them few number of boys, few number of girls. Similarly, we were forming a committee where few number of women were there, few number of men were there, and I had changed the flavor of question a bit. Rather having men, women, rather having girls and boys, we had taken a problem which are been based on the concept of balls. What the problem states: a box contains 2 white balls and 3 black balls and 4 red balls. In how many ways can 3 balls be drawn from the box if at least 1 black ball is to be included in the draw? Is to be included in the draw. And your time starts now. Read the problem carefully and tell me what could have been the best most answer over this question. A box contained 2 white balls, 3 black balls and 4 red balls. In how many ways 3 balls to be drawn from the box if at least 1 black ball is to be included in the draw? Is to be included in the draw. Read the problem carefully and tell me what could have been the best most answer over this given question. And as it has been communicated in the last class, over the questions we will also raise the quality. So starting questions were not that great questions, but over the period of time now you can see the quality of the questions are been bit improving. And straight away from tomorrow onwards we will take questions based on the concept of gate. So the answer had come up, from the Gautam Das. The answer has been 83. Anyone else apart from Gautam? See, whenever you have the problem, you may also have a little bit haphazard that the problem is been from permutation or combination. Here, out of few number of balls, we had just been picking them out. That means it's been a simple problem of withdrawal. Nowhere ordering do come into the picture. So no ordering, no permutation. This problem is being a core problem of combination. That's been the first important thing. First important one. The second important thing, the number of balls are being clearly given within a box. The two number of white balls we had, number of white balls which we had within the box is being 2. Number of black balls is being 3, and similarly number of red balls are being 4. Total 9 number of balls we had. Now in the same sequence, the problem is asking in how many ways the balls, how many balls? In how many 3 balls can be withdrawn? So withdraw has been, the withdrawal of 3 balls is being taken place along with some extra prerequisites. At least one block must be, one ball must be black. So what are the different conditions would be the favorable conditions to this event? See, 3 balls is to be picked out. 3 balls is to be picked out and at least one ball must be black. So I had taken a situation where exactly one ball is being black, then exactly 2 ball is being black, exactly 3 balls are being black. Because you are going to select only 3 number of balls, so maximum to maximum you can select the 3 balls together as a black. Yes. So I had bifurcated the same problem into 3 parts. In first part, we had just been focusing over a situation where only 1 black ball is being selected, only 2 black ball is being selected, only 3 black ball is being selected. Let me start with first. How only 1 black ball can be selected? This could be the situation where out of how many? 3 black ball, 1 black ball is being selected. And how many balls we had been left out? The left out balls are being 2 now, no? How they can come? Both can come from white, both can come from black, one can come from white and one can come from black. So here it comes, see, both had come from white, 2C2. Yes. Or, see, the terminology which we are going to get over here, no, everywhere 3C1 is going to be a common factor. So why don't we bring this out? Yes, so what had been the situation where the one ball is being black and whereas both of the balls are being white, or both of the balls are being red, or one ball is being white, that's been 2C1, and one ball is being red, 4C1. Could you really understood what exactly I wanted to communicate over here? Yeah. Even here also the or sentence is being placed. Either only 1 ball is being black, or 2 balls are being black, or 3 balls are being black. Or sentence, wherever it's been used, obviously the addition terminology is being used. Now, the balls which are being picked out, the 2 balls are being black, or plus sign would come. Out of 3 number of black balls, we had been selecting 2 number of black ball. We had been left out only with one ball. That one ball can come either from white segment, either from red segment. It can't come from both of them, no, because the number of count which has been left out is only and only been 1. So either it can come from 2C1 or 4C1. Again, the or is being placed mathematically. Plus sign is going to come. All of the 3 balls are being picked up from the pool of black. That's going to be 3C3. 3C3. I had not been left out with any balls now. So obviously the remaining component is gonna be 0, 0, 0. Either you take 2C0, that is bin 1. Either you take 4C0, that is bin 1. So this has been the complete way of calculation. This has been the complete way of calculation. Anyways, my basic agenda is not to get the exact number. My basic agenda is to teach the process which has been involved while solving this complete problem based on the concept of probability or permutation and combination. Is that concept is clear to all of us? See, whenever you find the problem in front of you, first you have to focus the problem is being based on the concept of permutation and combination. Wherever the order do come into the picture, obviously the problem goes towards the side of permutation, otherwise it remains towards the side of combination. Here I had just been talking about the collections of black balls. Obviously this has been a problem of combination. How many number of white ball we had? 2. Black balls are being 3, red balls are being 4. As per the agenda behind this problem, we had to withdraw the 3 number of balls and we had to make sure at least one ball must be black. So I can understand from here onwards most of the students would have one problem, that sir, how to fix out the minimum one number of black balls. So what you do, a total 3 number of balls are going to get withdrawn now. So you bifurcate the problem into 3 parts. Minimum 1, that means 1 will do, 2 will do, and maximum 3 will do. So here I had made my mind very sure that only 1 ball is going to get selected, or only 2 balls are going to get selected, or only 3 balls are going to get selected. So what I did, I had selected 1 ball. 1 ball has to be picked out from black. That is why this has been 3C1. How many ways a black ball can be selected out of 3 number of black balls? That's been 3C1. That's been only and only 3. Either you could have selected first one, second one, or third one. And the remaining 2 ball both had come from white. So it's gonna be 3C1 into 2C2. 1 had come from black and 2 had come from white. That had been satisfying my requirement. Or 1 had been selected from black, and similarly the 2 had been selected from red. Or 1 had been selected from black and similarly 1 had been selected from white, and similarly 1 had been selected from red. Or now I had taken another situation where what we had been doing, the 2 number of black balls are to be retrieved, and similarly in another situation 3 balls are to be retrieved. So here what had been done, out of 3 number of black balls, the 2 is being selected. How many ways we could have done? We could have taken first, second, we could have taken second, third, we could have taken first, third. How many ways we could have done? 3 ways. And 3C2 stands for 3 only. But as the 2 number of black balls are being selected, still 1 ball is been left out from where it could have been selected. It could have been selected from white, or it could have been selected from red. So basically these factors are being, this has 1, 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 and end of the day you will be getting the answer. You will be getting the answer. Would like to ask from each one of you whether the concept behind this problem has been pretty clear or not. If it has been clear, just write clear over the like chat, and then we would move into the next question as well. My dear friend, from tomorrow onward, straight away we will be taking the problem related to the gate. There are plenty number of questions which are being asked from the concepts of permutation and combination. Although problems are not been straight, they won't ask how many ways this can be done, how many ways that can be done. They would actually indulge the concept of permutation and combination in probability. Plenty number of questions. Probably if we'll add together all of the probability based on the questions based on permutation and combination, it would go approximately 40 to 45. So in the same sequence, I think it's been the right time we should also be going forward. Here comes the next question. What the problem states? In how many different ways can the letter of the word detail be arranged in such a way that the vowel occupies only the odd positions? Read the problem carefully and tell me what could have been the best most answer for this given question, and your time starts now. The problem states, in how many different ways can the letter of word detail be arranged in such a way that the vowel occupy only the odd positions? Only the odd positions. Read the problem carefully and tell me what could be the best most answer for this given question. So your time is up. What the problem states? In how many different ways can the letter of word detail be arranged in such a way that the vowel occupies only the odd position? How many ways, my dear friend? Here only and only collection is not coming into the picture. Even their ordering do also make sense. Why? If L and D is being swapped, definitely it is going to make a different word. If D and E is being swapped, it is going to make a different word. So put together here, ordering do also come into the picture along with collection. So which kind of the problem it had been? Obviously, sir, this has been a problem of permutation. So nobody should get confused during the mathematical approach of this problem. This has been a problem of permutation because the order do come into the picture. Order do come into the picture. The next important point. The word which had been supplied along with this problem is been detail. D, E, T, A, I, L. And you can see there had not been any repetition between their letters or alphabet. No repetition. So the problem had become bit easier. And by shuffling their location, we had to make the different words. But along with that, a prerequisite is also been given that all of the vowels should come into the odd place only. How many number of alphabets we had? The 6 number of alphabets we had. So just for the sake of simplicity, the 6 number of blocks of the positions are being taken. 1, 2, 3, and here goes 4, 5, and here comes 6. 6. So as far as the alphabets which are being involved with the detail is being concerned, it's been 6. Out of them, the 3 are being vowel and 3 are being consonant. So here E and then A and then I, they are being vowel, and the remaining alphabets, they are being D and then T, T and L are being consonant. It had been clearly said the location for vowel would always be odd. So this would be the location of vowel, and vowel, and the position for consonant is going to be even. Actually, what does it actually mean of it? Put together, this first, third and fifth block would always be filled with vowel, which includes E, A and I. And similarly, second, fourth and sixth block would always be filled with consonant, which is being D, T, N. May I know how many possibilities we had? How many possibilities you had? Just focus over the vowels first. In first block, we had the possibility that out of E, A, I, anything can be filled. If one alphabet is been frozen in first block, obviously we had just been left out with 2. And similarly, if the 2 alphabets are been frozen, I don't have left out with any choice. If E and A is been filled, only and only one choice is been left out. So may I know how many ways E, A, I could have been filled in their odd places? Out of 3 number of vowel, all 3 are to be selected and has to be arranged, and that is been simply 3p3, and that is been equals to of 3 factorial. Either you can use the concept of permutation or simply you can multiply them together, because 3 would have 2 branch and 2 would have no any branch. So this is simply gonna be 3 into 2, and that had been 6 actually. 6 actually. Yes. Yes. Similarly, if we talk about DTL, how many positions have been left out? They have been just in just even locations. In first place or the second place, either you can choose D, T and L. How many possibilities we had? Obviously, sir, we had been left out with a 3 possibility, here 2, and here I did not have any possibility. Whatever has been left out has to be fed over here. How many possibilities we had, my dear friends? So it's simply been 3p3, and the result is been 3 factorial. It's been 6. Now may I know whether the multiplication would take place or the addition would take place? Multiplication would take place or addition would take place? 6 and 6 is going to be 12, or 6 into 6 is going to be 36? Tell me. I would like to have the input from each one of you. So this would be your homework. Whether 6 into 6 is going to be 36, or 6 and 6 is going to get added and it's going to be 12. Tell me. This would be your homework. And I find that most of the students who had been attending my class must be able to digest this fact very well. In the same sequence, here comes the next question. This has been the 13th question in the sequence. The problem states how many 4-letter words with or without meaning can be formed out of the letter of the word logarithms if repetition of the letter is not been allowed. And your time starts now. So few answers had started coming. As per the Vishnu, the multiplication is going to take place. As per the Subham, the multiplication is going to take place. Anyways, that you had to rethink and tell me probably in tomorrow's class. Focus over this problem and tell me what could be the best most answer. Read the problem carefully and tell me what would be the best most answer for this given question. As per the Vishnu, the answer is been 5040. Anyone else? See, once you'll focus over this problem, logarithms contains 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 number of letters or 10 number of alphabets. Out of 10 number of letters or alphabets, we had to collect 4 number of letters and we had to order them. Why the ordering is been made? Because the orders or the sequence of the different alphabets are going to make the different words. So here the selection as well as the ordering both had come into the picture. So may I know whether this has been the problem of combination or permutation? Obviously, sir, it is going to be a problem of permutation where the process of selection and ordering both are being used. Next important point. As far as the logarithms, as a word is being concerned, how many alphabets are being used? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Number of letters are being 10. And the most important point, none of the letters are being repeated. No repetitions are being found, at least in this word. And that is why deliberately I had chosen this word. In this problem, out of 10 number of letters, we are going to pick only 4 number of letters and we are going to make the different words. So out of 10 number of letters, we are going to select 4 number of letters, and even their ordering would also make sense. There could have been the 2 different ways. Either you could have taken how many ways the 4 letters could have been selected out of 10 letters, that must have been 10C4. How many different ways that 4 letters which are been selected could have been ordered, that must have been 4 factorial. And keep in mind, NCR into of R factorial is been nothing but NPR, which is been same as 10P4, which we have already seen. 10P4. Yeah. So the answer which we are supposed to get, it's simply been 10P4. And that answer is been 5040. So the 2 answer had given a bingo answer. The students have been Subham and Vishnu. Well done, dears. Well done. Now, one of the amusing word is being connected along with this problem. It's been repetition is not been allowed. Let me take another dimension of this problem. If the repetition is being allowed, then what would be the situation? My dear friend, you won't be using the permutation in that case. Because all of the questions or all nature of the questions which had been taken so far, they were the case of non-repetition. If one letter is being fixed in first block, you won't be able to use that letter later on. So if you want, you can write somewhere the concept of permutation is being used in case of non-repetition. Like simply you are writing it, no, 10P4. So this has been the case only and only if the letter, if the digit which has been used, that is not going to be reused in further. Yes. Further. Now, the nature of the problem is being changed, and rather non-repetition, repetition is being made allowed. Repetition is being allowed. May I know how many ways it could have done? How many ways it could have done? I would like to ask from each one of you. Logarithms, it's been a word. We had to make a 4-letter word out of the alphabet which is being used within the logarithm, and there the repetition is being allowed now. There the repetition is being allowed now. Repetition is being allowed now. See what had been the case now. Again, we are going to have 4-length long block. In first block, how many possibilities we had? Either you could have choose LOGARITHMS. How many possibilities you had, my dear friends? 10 number of possibilities you had. Now we go into the next block. Let's take L is been fixed in first block, but it had been clearly said now the alphabets can be repeated. If the L is being used in first block, now it can be used in second block as well. How many possibilities you had? Now nowhere it is been 9, it is simply been 10, because whatever is been fixed in block 1, that can be further used in the second block as well. It could be used in second block as well. Not only that, whatever the alphabet is been pre-consumed, I don't have to concern about them, because here repetition is being allowed. So obviously again the 10 possibilities are still been left out, and now here comes the again 10 number of possibilities. 10 number of possibilities. So may I know how many different ways the different words which are been 4 alphabet long can be fabricated using the word logarithms, where the repetitions of the alphabet or letters are being allowed. So obviously they are just going to multiply, and that is going to be 10 to the power 4. 10 to the power of 4. 10 to the power of 4. Agreed, my dear friends? Now let me take another question, and probably you will be able to feel the practical angle of the repetition as well. So you guys are being a student, probably you don't own cars, probably many of the student might have bike. In bike, the number which is being allocated by the RTO used to have little bit structure like this. Like in Chhattisgarh, it starts from CG. Similarly in Andhra Pradesh, it starts with AP. Similarly in Bihar, it starts with BH. Forget about this CG BH business. Then what they do, the 2 spaces are being vacated for alphabet. It used to be AP, somewhere it used to be AA, somewhere used to be BB, and hyphen. The last 4 places are being vacant for the number. Probably my bike number is been 1968 something. Exactly I don't remember. I would like to ask from each one of you, how many different ways a unique numbering can be made in CG? How many different ways the unique numbering can be made in CG? Unique numbering of a vehicle can be made in Chhattisgarh. Why I am specifically saying Chhattisgarh? Because the CG has been fixed, so the number which has been allocated obviously must have been allocated to the vehicle which has been part of the in Chhattisgarh. Tell me what would be the best most answer. What would be the best most answer? And if you don't understand, just go outside, watch any of the number plates, maybe your bike, maybe your car, maybe nearby's car or nearby's. You'll understand actually this 2 spaces are being left for the alphabets. These 2 spaces are being left for the alphabets. And similarly this has been left for number. So the answer had started coming as per the Vishnu. The answer is supposed to be 10,000. Anyone else apart from Vishnu? Subham is saying 10,000. Anyways, just try to understand how we can crack this problem out. Nowhere it had been forced that the alphabet cannot be repeated. Even in my bike, it has been written as A and A. That means the repetition is being allowed. How many different ways this block could have been filled? There are total 26 different alphabet which starts from A, goes till Z. So 26 different ways this first place must have been filled. Same goes with the second place as well, because the repetition is being allowed. Nowhere it is been written, or nowhere in RTO rule book it's been written, if the first place is been A, it can't be A. If the first place is been B, it can't be B. Even you can see the number plates as well. In roads you can see B, B, C, C, D, D are being repeated. So 26 over here, 26 over here. Now here comes the number or digits. How many ways this third place could have been filled? It could have been filled with 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Put together the 10 different ways it could have been fixed. It could have been fixed. Similarly, if we take the fourth position, again, the 10 different possibilities are been there. 10 different possibilities are been there, and 10 different possibilities are been there. And here also, repetitions is been allowed, no? Even if you'll see the Dandesar car, that used to be 1, 1, 1, and 1. That means the repetitions are being allowed as per the RTO. As per the RTO. How many different ways or how many unique numbering of the vehicle can be made? 26, branch with 26, branch with 10, branch with 10, branch with 10, branch with 10. And that is going to be 26 to the power of 2 into 10 to the power of 4. 10 to the power of 4. Put together, the result is being huge. Result is being huge. That means maximum in Chhattisgarh with the different numbering only and only this many vehicles can be there. This many vehicles can be there. This has been the maximum limit of any state's vehicle. That had been, that's been 2 less here, 67 lakhs. That means only and only 67 lakh 60,000 somewhere the unique numbering can be made in my state CG. And same goes with AP as well, no? Because in AP also only and only this starting 2 alphabets are going to change. Apart from this, the numbering system remains very same. So in future they had to increase the numbering system because the number of vehicles are been keep increasing over the road. So obviously they had to introduce somewhere 0 over here. So rather having 4-digit long, they would have 5-digit long. And if somebody had been allocated with 1, 1, 1, 1, they would be called as a 0, 1, 1, 1, 1. And obviously how much change they will be experiencing? If rather having 4 places, if they had the 5 place, the another 10 is going to get multiplied, and now they are going to have the change of 10 times. How many unique number they can provide to the customer? That's been 6 crore 76 lakhs, and that's been huge. That's been huge. So did you really appreciate the concept behind the permutation and combination? The concept of the permutation is being used where the repetition has not been taken place, and the ordering is being my prime area of concern. The combination is being taken place where the ordering has not been my prime concern. Only and only selection, collection, or withdrawal is been my prime concern. In last 2 problems we had also been discussed about the repetition. Repetition, that means like you had a word logarithms. How many different ways 4 alphabet long words can be fabricated with repetition? That means if the L has been preoccupied in the first block, it can be used in second, third, and fourth. To put together, in first block we had the 10 possibility, 10 possibility, 10 possibility, 10 possibility. Put together, the result is being 10 to the power 4. And the same goes with the number system or the RTO number system in India as well. In India, what happens? Only and only the state sort code do change. CG, AP, Telangana, this only sort change, alphabets is going to change, and apart from this, these 6 locations are been prefixed. Starting 2 locations are been fixed for the alphabet where the repetitions are been allowed, and similarly the last 4 locations are been prefixed for the number. There also the repetitions are been allowed. So how many different ways the unique numbering of any of the vehicle can be made? So obviously it's gonna be 26 into 26. That's been 26 to the power of 2, and here comes 10 to the power of 4. End of the day, the result which we are get is being 676. 4 times 0. 4 times 0. Would like to ask from each one of you the concept behind this repetition is being clear or not. If it has been clear, just write clear over the live chat, and then we are going to go ahead. Now, many of the students might be from the electrical, electronics, and instrumentation background. See, if we had 3 locations, if the number is to be fed and is to be made the different numbers, Let's take the number system which we had used is been binary number. Then we had octal number, and then we had decimal number, and then we had hexadecimal number. With repetition, how many distinct numbers can be framed using binary, octal, decimal, and hexadecimal? See, in case of binary number, this could have been filled with 0 or 1. And here the repetition is being allowed, no? So here also there would be the possibility you can fill with 0 or 1. Here also you can fill with 0 and 1. And even once you'll repeat them, no, then also they are going to make the different numbers, like 001, it's been a different number. 000 has been a different number. 010 has been a different number. So may I know, in binary number, having this question in reference, how many different ways the distinct words can be made? It's been 2 into 2 into 2, and put together it's gonna be 2 to the power of 3, and that is been 8. In case of octal, we could have started with 0 1 2 3 4 5 6 7. So in first place I had got 8 different opportunities. In second case also, in third case also, it's gonna be 8, 3 with 8, 3 with 8. Put together it's simply gonna be 8 to the power of 3. In case of decimal, there are 10 different possibilities, which starts from 0 and goes till n. So it's gonna be 0 1 2 3 4 5 6 8 9. 10 possibilities we had. 10 3 with 10, 10 3 with 10. Put together it's been different 1000 numbers can be constructed in decimal format. In hexadecimal, which starts from 0 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 a b c d e f, total 16 possibilities are being left out in each and individual position. 16, 3 with 16, 3 with 16. Put together it's been 16 to the power of 3. Maybe the Subhangi can create a different number system. I may call it Subhangi system. That might be going from G and H as well. So rather having a hexadecimal, it becomes a number system where the 18 different possibilities are being left out. So obviously it would simply become 18 to the power of 3. 18 to the power of 3. Now I would like to have the input, or I should say the feedback from each one of you. The way which we had been discussing the each and everything, whether the speed is okay or whether should I be increasing the speed. Because as I had committed, I would complete the probability from 0 to 100%. 0 to 100%. Plenty number of questions from gate and from non-gate we are going to take. So I need the feedback from each one of you who had been attending my class since first day. And then we will move forward. Vishnu says increase. Anyone else apart from Vishnu? I need the maximum number of feedback so that I would be able to decide what must be my speed. This is increase. This speed is sufficient. Anyone else? Because only 2 inputs we had got it so far. Okay. So here comes the next question. What the problem states? In how many different ways can the letter of word optical be arranged so that the vowels always come together? Vowel always comes together. Perfect, huh? Arpit Misra. Okay, then we will be maintaining the same speed. Gautam, in future, when we will be taking few of the critical and difficult question, no, then you will really appreciate slowly and sluggishly how we learn each and an individual concepts. No, you will feel the comfortability. Okay. That is what we want. In how many ways can the letter of word optical be arranged that the vowels comes together? See, whenever without repetition or with repetition is not been supplied, just figure it out that only and only the alphabet is to be stolen and then has to be fed in a form of word. That means the problem has been a problem of no repetition. Keep in mind, if you want to write, you can write somewhere. If no data is being given, whether the problem is being based on the concept of repetition or non-repetition, always go ahead by presuming the problem is being based on the concept of no repetition. That means whatever is being given only can be used once while phrasing any kind of word. Any kind of word. Yes. In how many different ways the letter of word optical be arranged so that the vowel always comes together? See, how many number of letters are been there in this word? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. The total number of letters which the optical word offers is been 7. 7 number of letters we had. Now, how many number of vowels we had? Which starts from O is been a vowel, I is been a vowel, and A is been a vowel. So number of vowels which do include in this letters are been 3, which is been on form of O, I, and A. As per the problem, this 3 vowels should come together. This kind of problem is already been taken. Total number of letters are been 7, and the 3 vowels should come together. So obviously they are going to make a pack of 1 plus of 1, and that is been 7 minus of 3, that's been 4. 4 plus of 1, it's been 5. It's been 5. It's been 5. Manually, you can write the problem in this way. The total 7 number of blocks we had: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. 7 number of blocks we had. But it had been clearly given this 3 number of vowels should come together. So what we had done? All 3 vowels had been made as a single packet. So whenever the movement takes place, no, this block can be swapped anywhere, but this 3 block would always be moving together. So how many total number of blocks we had been left out with? It's been 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 number of blocks we had. And where the selection and ordering both are being important. So how many ways the selection and ordering can be made? Out of 5, all 5 is to be selected. Yes, sir. So it is simply been 5p5. And in this problem, there had not been any repetition at least. So I had been at least free from that case. Free from that case. Yes. And now these 3 vowels which we had selected, nowhere it had been given. Nowhere it had been given that there should be a certain order. Only and only one prerequisite has been given, that all of the vowels should come together. They had come together, but their ordering would also make the different words. How many ways the 3 vowels can be arranged? So that is been 3p3, and that is been again 5 factorial into 3 factorial. 5 factorial into 3 factorial. So 3 answers are being come so far. Let me see that. 5p5 into 3p3. Yes, 720 has been answered. 720 has been answered. Let me change the pattern of the problem a bit. In how many different ways can the letter of the word optical be arranged so that the vowel always comes together and always should start with? So packet of vowel which you had, no, should always start with, let's take O. O. So whatever the word you phrase, all of the vowels should come together, and all of the vowels which had come together, the first alphabet must be O. The another prerequisite is also been introduced within the same problem. Another prerequisite is also been introduced within the same problem. Tell me what would be the best most answer? What would be the best most answer? What would be the best most answer? So the answer as per the Vishnu is been 240. Anyways, the same fundamental. Still, they had been formed as a single block. How many ways the swapping can be made? It's been 5 factorial. But what had been happening? The place of O has been fixed. It is not going to change. Either this block has been moving here, here, here. It's not going to change. So you had just been left out with the I and A. How many ways the I and A could have been? Obviously, it could have been I then A, or it could have been A then I. I would say the location of O is been fixed. You are not going to change it. So how many ways I and A can be taken its place in 2 different boxes? 2 different boxes. So obviously it is going to be 5 factorial into 2 factorial. And the worth which if we are going to get, it's been, Yes, 240 it's been the answer. 240 has been the answer. 240 has been the answer. So this has been the agenda behind today's class. From tomorrow onwards, what we are going to do, straight away we are going to take the problem based on the probability which are being connected with the permutation and combination. Probably approximately 25 to 30 number of questions I am going to take. Out of 25 to 30 number of questions, approximately 7 to 8 number of questions would be my design question, and remaining 15 to 16 number of questions which had been experienced in gate, Yes. So probably you must be aware with the product which we had in English. Let me briefly discuss about it. As we had been dealing in Hindi, we had also been dealing in English as well. So we had a complete course for GATE 2023 and 24 in English, where my and our complete team mode of communication has been in completely English. Either you can have pen drive where all of the data would be stored in a form of pen drive, and as per your choice you can start any of the subject and you can switch between any of the subject. That means all of the data would be provided in one shot. Similarly, it's been the G drive where the data would be stored in G drive. If you had a good connectivity of the internet, you can download them together and you can access all of the videos together. What's been the difference here? The hard disk would be given or the pen drive would be given. Here you had to download. No internet is being required. Here the internet would be required. Similarly, video on demand, it's been same as Netflix. Either you can take the reference of Amazon Prime, Woot, where the videos can be accessed using their topic as well as subtopic. Tablet course, where the hardware itself would be given along with all of the prerequisites data. So you have to just open the hard disk. You don't have to worry about anything. The hard disk, the complete hardware has been designed for you guys itself, and straight away you can watch all of the videos. PGG course is also been launched, where we have been giving the guidance for the postgraduate guidance. Online test series, I would request to each one of you, our online test series. I had been fully dedicatedly working for the online test series, and probably you must be knowing about it. For each branch, we had been giving approximately 2000 number of questions. Yes. So a huge number of questions we have been giving. And most important thing, each and individual questions had been coming with the complete video solution. You will be having question, you will be having a detailed text solution, and if you're not able to get the complete concept, you can also go ahead with a video solution as well. So I would request to each one of you, at least have this product. It has been one of the best product which I can commit from my side, and this has been a different segment of product: basic, essential, and genius. Okay, then we will meet tomorrow exactly at same time. That has been 7:30. Bye bye, take care.